Hereditary. So Hereditary follows the story of the Graham family. Right off the bat, the grandmother of the family has passed away and the family is in sorrow. As the family is moving on from the grandmother's death, they begin to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets behind their family name. And honestly, that's all I'll pretty much say without giving any spoilers to you guys. This is a spoiler-free review. I'm just going to tell you what I liked about the film, what I didn't like, hit you with the rating system just like this one, breaking down the elements of the film and giving you a final ranking. Now, right off the bat, there is so little I can say about this film, so it's not to ruin it for you. Even watching the trailers alone, you still don't get a great idea of what this film is about. Obviously, given from the title, Hereditary, you imagine it's something to do with a family history. A big house, typical American family, older brother, younger sister, mother and a father, some hints at some paranormal activity. It seems like a recipe for your basic modern day horror film. The trailers did not completely capture my eye. The only thing that's capturing my eye is the fact that it's a horror movie. I am a huge horror fan. I love the horror genre, so I'm always willing to watch anything that might creep me out a bit. And the fact that this movie already has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes as of making this video, yeah, it's got my eye just a little bit. And going into the film and watching it, I wish I could say I had a firm opinion about how I truly feel about this movie, but this is a film that really needs to marinate and take a lot of time processing what I just witnessed on whether I loved it or I thought it was just okay. I'm not going to say I hated the film, I'm not going to say it's a terrible film because it is most certainly not. It earns that 100% rating for a reason. Now, if it's a reason the typical movie audience is going to enjoy, that's a different conversation that I can get into now. Starting off with the positives of the film, yes, there are a lot of creepy factors in this movie. There are scares, and there are legitimate moments of you being frightened. Now, this movie runs a little bit over 2 hours long. Not very typical for your horror movie genre. I suggest most horror movies should be at the hour, 30-minute mark. At 2 hours, I can say this film went for the slow burn, and I can definitely say it achieved the pacing. It's character building, it's character introduction, it's getting you immersed in this world, and at the same time, while it's doing that, every 10, 15, sometimes maybe even 20 minutes, they throw in a scare or a frightening jolt that is legitimate. It's not just a jump scare to keep you watching the movie and saying, okay, I'm back in. Because if this is a horror movie, there's only so much of talking, dialogue, setup, backstory, mythology that you can take before you're like, I thought this was a horror movie, not a documentary. So I'll say the pacing and laying out of the scares and mythology of the film, really well done. On the acting of the film, the actors are all really amazing. Standouts, of course, I'm gonna say is Alex Wolff and the mother. Starting off with the character of the mother for a second, she was really a roller coaster ride for me. I went from liking her, hating her, liking her, hating her, so I guess I liked her. Those thrill rides of emotions you go with the mother show how captivated you are in the story. You're confused about whether she's a self-destructive mother, one who even cares about her family, or how far she's willing to go to take care of her family. They did a great job of playing out that character, and even though a lot of you might end up hating her, I can see a lot of the redeeming qualities in this character. And Alex Wolff is just a regular teenage kid trying to fit in, trying to get the popular girl to notice him, and oh yeah, dealing with the fact that my family has some creepy history. The scenes where he is in pain, where he is victimized, where he's experiencing this trauma, really well done. You feel for the character, you feel bad for him, you really want him to pull through of whatever situation he's in at the moment. He might not be the better looking Wolf brother, but he sure is the very talented one. Another positive I'll give for the film is the mythos or the mythology involved in the movie. Pretty interesting. I will say it captivated me. There were clues throughout the movie, so pay very close attention. Lines of dialogue, hidden themes, and of course symbols played throughout the screen. Because there is a level of mystery involved in this film. You want to find out what is this mysterious past that the family has. On the flip side of that though, I'm going to transition into the negatives. For the general movie-going audience, I will definitely say 70 to 60% of you will leave the film confused, unhappy, or sort of unsatisfied. The film is very heavy on symbolic, art, metaphors. You know, the type of stuff that when you're reading The Great Gatsby in high school, the teachers focus on the symbolisms and hidden meanings and metaphors and foreshadowing, and that's why it's such an amazing book. It's the same reason this movie is getting that 100% Rotten Tomatoes score, because the symbolism is very well done in the film. The metaphors are done well. The foreshadowing is exceptional. It's a well-crafted movie with truly terrifying moments. And I know I'm making that sound like a positive, but if you're like most moviegoers out there who enjoy films like Get Out, A Quiet Place, Don't Breathe, or even The Conjuring, it will not meet to that level of expectations of a good, fun time horror film. Because this film is taking a very serious dark approach at the mythology it's bringing to the table. And it's going to deter moviegoers and leave a lot confused wanting to Google and YouTube what the heck did I just witness, which in fact I'm going to make a video explaining that. I'll leave a link down below. I won't post it till closer to release just because I don't want to give away spoilers. So if you're watching this in the future and the movie's already come out, look at the link below. I have an explanation video on the mythos of the movie. That's really the overall negative I'm gonna give this film. Critics are gonna love this film, treat it so highly, and regular moviegoers are not gonna be as happy. They're gonna be a little upset and disappointed. Really, for Hereditary, I'm gonna say it is a well-crafted, exceptional arts horror movie. And if either one of these two movies, The Witch and Donnie Darko, really appealed to you, where you really enjoyed it, appreciated the symbolisms and the pacing of the movie, you will definitely enjoy Hereditary. Alright, so for Hereditary, I'm gonna give action 1 star. There really isn't anything in this film to consider an action scene, but there are moments of short burst, exhilarating scenes where something is going on the screen. Comedy in the film, I'm gonna give half a star. There really isn't anything hilarious in this film. I will say there are 1 or 2 moments where a body is floating, and it just comes off as comedic. People in the theater were laughing. Drama in the film, I'm definitely gonna give 3.5 stars to. The mythos in this movie and the problems going on, very well done. I was very interested all along the way, wanting to uncover what is happening. Horror in the film, I'm gonna give 3.5 stars to as well. It is very creepy. It did terrify me and did not go with a lot of jump scares, even for the sheer fact of gore. Suspense in the film, I'm gonna give 3 stars to. While the suspense was well implemented in the film and it had to do a lot with the sound and pacing of the movie. Casual fans, I'm gonna give this movie a C-. Cinephiles, I'm gonna give it a C+. And critically, I'm going to give it an A. For Hereditary, I'm gonna recommend you see it in theaters on the condition that you like those 2 movies I mentioned. If not, wait to be rented or watched on Netflix. But anyways, guys, that's just my opinion on Hereditary. If you guys have any opinions on the film or theories of what's going on, please let me know down below. I have a lot to discuss. And check out that video in the link if it's there already. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.